Welcome to the presentation on the work of Robert Gagne. My name is Christopher Turkley. I am a graduate student in instructional design at Western Governors University. Robert Gagne was an educational psychologist. He pioneered the science of instruction. During World War II, when he worked with the Army Air Corps training pilots, he went on to develop a series of studies and works that simplified and explained what he and others believed to be good instruction. One of his works was the events of instruction, which are the steps that happen in a complete lesson from start to finish. This entire workshop is designed around the events of instruction. The events of instruction are: number 1, gaining attention. Number 2, informing learner of the objective. Number 3, stimulating recall of prerequisite learning. Number 4, presenting the stimulus material. Number 5, providing learning guidance. Number 6, eliciting the performance. Number 7, providing feedback about performance correctness. Number 8, assessing the performance. And number 9, enhancing retention and transfer to other contexts. For instruction to be comprehensive, engaging, and meaningful, an educator would follow the systematic instructional process. Now, let's examine each event in more detail and relate them to yoga. Event 1, gaining attention. This is gaining the student's attention through a variety of methods. In essence, it is appealing to the student's interest. This can be thought of as motivation. This ensures that the students are ready to learn and participate in activities by presenting a stimulus to gain their attention. In terms of yoga, this involves understanding who the yoga students are, their reasons for attending class, and how to motivate them. Event 2, informing learner of the objective. This provides the class objectives in easily understandable terms before instruction begins. This informs the students of the objectives or outcomes of class in order to help them understand what they are to learn and how they will be assessed. In terms of yoga, this involves developing objectives or intentions that are related to the yoga pose sequence. Event 3, stimulating recall of prerequisite learning. This is reminding students of previously acquired skills and experiences that they have had. We can call this prior learning. This helps students make sense of new information by relating it to something they already know or something they have already experienced. In terms of yoga, this involves making a list of knowledge and skills that students need to be successful in class, as well as understanding strategies to help students access this information. Event 4, presenting the stimulus material. This is teaching the material. This provides the information necessary for students to learn it. In terms of yoga, this involves stating the name of the pose and step-by-step directions. These can both be labeled as yoga pose instruction. Event 5, providing learning guidance. This is when the teacher provides suggestions for and practice of the material. This is about advising the students in order to assist them. In terms of yoga, this involves using one or more of the following for each yoga pose: demonstrating, stating the proper form and alignment, including discussing the edge, offering modifications and/or intensifications, performing physical adjustments, or discussing your personal experience. Event 6, eliciting the performance. This is when the students demonstrate their understanding of the material without the aid of the teacher. This helps students internalize new skills and knowledge, as well as confirms correct understanding of the material. In terms of yoga, this can be thought of as monitoring the students and allowing for silence. Event 7, providing feedback about performance correctness. This is when the teacher gives feedback concerning correctness or the degree of correctness. This facilitates learning by providing immediate feedback. In terms of yoga, this involves giving positive or constructive verbal feedback to specific students. Event 8, assessing the performance. This is testing the students. This determines the effectiveness of instruction. In terms of yoga, there is no testing of students. So this event can be thought of as gaining an overall understanding of students' performance. Event 9, enhancing retention and transfer. This is when the teacher provides opportunities for the students to use the material in a real-life situation. This helps the students develop expertise by internalizing new knowledge. In terms of yoga, this can be thought of as stating the benefits, telling an anecdote about the pose, or prescribing suggestions for home practice. Gagne proposed that these events happen in order throughout a class session, and they provide the framework for the beginning to the end of class. In terms of yoga, these events may not happen in order, and they definitely do not happen only one time. Events 1 through 3 are used as needed throughout class, and events 4 through 9 are repeated over and over for each yoga pose in the sequence, including corpse pose. The rest of the lessons in this workshop are about planning a yoga class that is based upon these events of instruction. I thank you for watching this presentation, and I wish you much success in this workshop.